My mother and my father were my mentors. In fact, they were my sponsors. And each and every day they would cheerlead for me. And so I had a positive affirmation about life. And every day I got up with this idea that I could conquer the world. My name is James E. Williams Jr., proud owner of McDonald's Restaurants, Estelle Foods Incorporated. My father took me down to get my first job at the East St. Louis McDonald's as a 16-year-old boy. He knew this amazing African-American businessman. His name was Dr. Ben Davis. If you had time to lean, you had time to clean. He was a part of the regeneration of that town at that particular time. He was a very special person in my life, a very special person in my father's life. My father intuitively knew that the experience in McDonald's was extremely valuable. Learning the proper manners and how to deal with people in the business world, to come to work on time, to stay a little bit late maybe. It was so very important to him. Those details, those soft skills that you need to be successful in life. And there was no better way to do it than at the McDonald's in East St. Louis, Illinois. My father was the mayor of the city, and we would have various people come by from Scott Air Force Base. And I distinctly remember General Chappie James coming by, him and his wife coming by for dinner on a Sunday. And I was so very impressed with this African-American man, larger than life, who flew F-4 jets for the Air Force. And he was the commander of the base. And I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be a pilot. So I knew at a very early age I wanted to be successful. I also knew that the skill set that I was learning at McDonald's was extremely important and would lead me to the success that I wanted. Coming out of the military, I decided to go into business with McDonald's. And lo and behold, I got my first restaurant in 1998. And my proudest moment in my business life was buying that restaurant. The restaurant in East St. Louis was where, as a 16-year-old boy, I cooked hamburgers and worked the front counter. It's right down the street from the home that I grew up in. And so I can walk to that restaurant from the home that I grew up in. And that is very, very special. My wife and I have established a James E. Williams Senior Mentoring Program. And the reason that's so important to me is that I see myself in so many of the young people that work with me day in and day out. And if I have the opportunity to help any of them in a small way, I think it's extremely important. Why? Because a lot of people help me on the way. And I would do a disservice to myself and to my family if I didn't do the same. And so each and every day, I approach business and life in that manner.